Hello, my beautiful lights. How is everybody feeling today on this Saturday? We're going to get started with the angelic deck here and see what beautiful messages Spirit might have for us. Bear with me, guys. These cards are still stiff and they're rather large. All right, so I've shuffled them well. Let's get started. I hope you guys are feeling really good today. Yesterday's reading was kind of about you guys coming into like a new power, feeling your power and doing some brand new creative things with your life, feeling strong about it. All right, so they're saying today to, again, stick by your beliefs, come into your authenticity, guys. This is really important right now in this time, okay? We're moving into these next fourth and fifth dimensions, and, you know, if you're not being your authentic self, I don't think you're going to be able to make the move quite as smoothly as the ones that are being themselves, okay? There's a bunch of us that, you know, when you first become your authentic self, there's people that are going to reject you. They're going to reject you because they want you to follow the sheep like they've been doing. This is part of the third dimension, right? Following the sheep. You know, people get sick, they go to the doctor. People, you know, are used to the fact that they're going to a job they hate, and that's just the way life is. No one likes their job, really, and everybody has to work. You know, that kind of thought process is being disassembled now. That's third dimensional thinking, and we are moving into a new creative time. We're moving into this fourth dimension, eventually the fifth, where we're going to be operating strictly from love, and everyone is going to be very caring and loving toward one another and helpful toward one another, which is going to be life-changing for everyone, okay? But we're seeing a lot here about accepting help from others. So, you know, don't be don't have your ego involved there. If you need the help, you know, you could always pay it back. And if somebody needed the help and you helped them, you wouldn't really look down on them, especially if they paid you back, right? When people pay me back, I feel like, wow, you know, this person has a lot of integrity. And if they ever need something else again from me, I'm pretty much there to help them out, right? All right, so this card is talking about love, guys. So for a lot of my singles, it looks like you might be meeting somebody, okay? So keep your eyes open, make eye contact, talk to people, okay? My cat thinks he's some little pony or something. He's going nuts. All right, he's 8 years old, and he's like a kitten. All right, so you're going to, it looks as though you're going to fall in love, and what Spirit is saying is to balance your emotions, okay? And this might be in connection to an invitation you might receive as far as the romance goes in this card, where you're going to meet the person. All right, so as I always say, please take your time, get to know the person before you catch feelings for them. And then Boo's running around. He might make his he might pop into the camera so you guys can see him. He's beautiful. Okay, and here they're talking about they want you to start seeing things from a different perspective. So they want you to have confidence in yourself. They want you to come into yourself now. Don't give a rat's ass what other people think, okay, about how you think. Even if you're changing and these are your family members and suddenly you feel differently about life. That's what it's all about, all right? Perceiving things differently. If you're not open and you're not perceiving things in a different way, you're still stuck in that third dimension, okay? And none of us want to be stuck in that third dimension, I don't think, okay? But this card has been popping up, and this is how I'm feeling, guys. I don't know about you, but this is about just a temporary standstill. And, you know, I've been talking about this too throughout the week, where I just feel like I'm stuck in that movie, you know, or I'm just like that movie we saw, Groundhog Day, where every day's the same. What I started to do, if you're feeling the same way, is I'm changing up what my normal day looks like. I just kind of changed it around a little bit. So, just to make it somewhat different. And believe it or not, I do feel better. Okay, so try that if you're feeling like you're stuck in that Groundhog movie and everything is just standing still right now, nothing is moving forward, and you're bored. All right, and they're again also confirming this card. Okay, be yourself. It's important to be yourself, this card says. Okay, so looking at things from a different perspective and being yourself, that is a whole different perspective. Okay, for a lot of us who have not been really being ourselves, right? Just kind of agreeing with people because you don't want to be the one that everybody looks at and like you have two heads or something, trying to fit in, trying to be like everybody else. That is definitely the third dimensional type of thinking that we have magical times ahead of us, guys. We don't have time for that slavery type thinking. Okay, we're creators. Each of us was made like a snowflake, individual, and done that way on purpose. Source made us that way because we each have our own individuality and our own way of bringing something different to the table. We're unique, right? Okay, so it's okay to be unique and be yourself. And we are creators. All right, so there's something here where they're saying there's more going on that meets the eye. Okay, so for some of you, you might be making plans. Spirit is saying take everything around you into consideration because your plans might need some kind of revision. Okay, and once you do this revising, and it has a feel like you might need to switch paths now. You might need to change your path. So maybe for many years you've been wanting something and you've been working toward whatever that is. Whatever it is, it could be, more money or, a better relationship, or any relationship. Maybe you want to fall deeply in love and it hasn't happened. All right. But they're saying now that, it might be time because we're living in a different time. We turned that corner. We're out of that third dimension and we are creatives now, bringing other creative people into the mix and manifesting what we want. So they're saying there is a path toward enlightenment. So use your intuition and choose the right path for yourself. The path you've been on most of your life, you might need to switch that up now and take a totally different path. Okay, positive changes go with that, hand in hand, a time of positive change. And these are the times we're in. We've been talking for months about the positivity coming in, right, with the unexpected windfall. And here they're saying a situation suddenly moves forward and fortune is on your side, Aquarius. Okay, so these type of cards, this is what I'm talking about with this deck. This deck seems to be more in tune with what is happening with my aquas and what is happening within this biblical time that we're in. It struck me the first time I used these cards, the first time I did a personal reading for myself, I was blown away. All right, and over here they're saying, choose your path now. Make your revisions now. Now is the time because now you can manifest like a ninja. All right. So whatever you're committed to, just buckle down, get it done. Do your manifestation techniques if you have them. And there's a lot about manifestation on YouTube if you're curious and you want to take a peek, how to do it, what is it. All right. And they're also telling you that you each have at least one guardian angel. Okay. And you can call on these angels anytime you want for whatever you want, help, protection, whatever it is. All right. So moving forward, let's see what else Spirit has for my beautiful aquas today. Okay. So some of you might be feeling overwhelmed. All right. And maybe making a decision is going to help you out with that. All right. So instead of feeling overwhelmed, maybe there's ways that you can approach things in a more playful, light type of manner. Okay. So you know what I'm saying? So maybe there's some things you can laugh at, make light of, and just not take so seriously. Also, they're saying be alert and be aware of a possible unwise choice for some of you. And we know some of you are not paying attention still to your beautiful, strong, intuitive selves that you are. You're still maybe half-heartedly believing in the whole intuition thing, that it's real, that you have this special power. So you might be making unwise choices, or there might be one coming up for you in the near future. Okay, if this happens, or if you're looking at an unwise choice you've made in the past and you're beating yourself up for this, okay, the best thing to do, and this is what I do, guys, is look at the scenario and take what you could from it, a learning experience. What have I learned? Okay, or what have I taught? Maybe you taught someone something, or maybe, there's always something positive that I pull out from a negative, so that that negative isn't killing me and I don't continue to beat myself up for it. I found something in it that's positive, in other words. Okay. Okay. And they're talking about, for some of you, you might be having some fear-based thoughts today for some reason. That's coming to an end. All right. You're going through a spiritual transformation. So it is time to leave all of these emotions behind you. Okay. And you're a creator. So now you can look deep into the things that make you feel fearful, the things that make you feel uneasy, and know that this has just been a habit you've been in, right? It's just been a habit. Like, you're changing your life now. You're getting rid of the negativity. You're moving into a creator type of atmosphere where you're bringing in all this positivity. That's where we're going. That's what the fifth dimension is all about, guys. It's a whole new era. We're going to have things we never had before that are going to bring in a whole different slew of emotions than what we're used to. So the past will be behind you. Okay. Again, they're talking about, for a lot of you that are single, if you're open to it, I'm seeing intimate relationships. You're going to be meeting someone in the near future. Make sure you're careful about weighing out your decisions and getting to know these people. All right. This is the Lover's card. And along with the Lover's card, a lot of you are feeling your psychic abilities also. Okay. And they're saying release your fears. So that goes hand in hand with the Lover's card as well. Many of you maybe have been holding back from falling in love, afraid to fall in love, checking that off your list completely because you got burnt in the past. Okay. And that saying, it goes, it's better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. Okay, guys, so yes, it is painful if you were to break up, but we're much better now. We're much smarter. Okay, we know that, we're going to be picking people that are vibrating more so on our level. We're less likely to get hurt because we're taking our time and we're choosing people that we would have never chosen before. We weren't paying attention before. We were choosing people because we didn't want to be alone, a lot of us, right? So we weren't even looking at, is this person vibrating on my level? All right. And again, they're saying use your intuition with, falling in love. Falling in love is a big to do. It's not to be looked at lightly, okay? It's actually, they're saying it's a complex decision. It's a decision that you need to make. You don't just let everything just happen and unfold and go with it. You need to take your time and see who this person is first. You need to do the research. That's what this card says, okay? So if you do all these things, guys, think about it. Your next relationship is going to be over the top. It's going to be beautiful. And you're going to be so happy that you did it the way that you did it, right? All right. And it's different than anything you've done before. So don't compare it to the past. All right. Guys, we're talking about happy times coming in now. Make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. Choose the right path, the path that's special for you, not what other people tell you to do, not what other people are suggesting. You might say you want to be a unicorn this lifetime for work. And you know, that's, whatever you want. It's about you. It's about what makes you happy. My point is, don't let other people sway your decision, okay? Some of you are stuck in this illusion of being trapped they're talking about, okay? There might be a lack of self-confidence and you're afraid to move forward. You're afraid to move on. So you're telling yourself, giving yourself reasons why you need to stay in an unhappy situation, okay? There is somebody new out there waiting for you who's vibrating on your level again. And it's, they're saying this relationship, because you will be vibrating more so on the same level, you're going to continue to grow closer as time goes on. And again, you will be taking your time. There will be, a different types of resolutions for, of conflict. So meaning you're even going to fight differently. I'm just noticing this is upside down. All right. So you're not going to fight. You're going to, in a sense, you're going to learn how to disagree. Okay. Or learn how to agree to disagree, so to speak. So you're not going to go to that point that you went to before where you cross the line, you're saying nasty things, you're cursing at one another. You come up with this plan in the beginning. Listen, let's do ourselves a favor. When we get angry at each other, let's not even, let's not go at each other. Let's go in separate rooms. One will tell the other, I'm going to take a break, a calming down break or whatever you want to call it, give it a name, and go in another room and cool off, right? Get busy, do something that's going to distract you, and then come back and meet again. Sometimes, it's good to go out to dinner if you have to discuss a hot topic that is very emotional for the two of you, because you will have to discuss it calmly, because there's other people around, right? You're less likely to get in a heated discussion if you do it that way. All right. And here they're saying, for some of you, things just haven't been turning out the way you had hoped. And you're not seeing the positive in a situation. All right. And they're saying when that occurs, move on. Just move on. If you can't find a positive resolution, just move on. Don't cry over spilled milk. It's time to go. It's time to move on to the next thing. Okay. And I'm not saying you should do that with your relationship, like just give up on it like that. I'm just talking about, don't sweat the small stuff, guys. Okay. That's the reading for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your Saturday. Don't forget to love and nurture yourselves. And as always, not asking for money. I don't do that, but if you can, subscribe and hit the buttons there. I can't think of the names of the buttons right now because I'm burnt. I'm burnt, guys. I admit it. Okay. But you know what to do. It helps me out tremendously. Take care.